With our pop-up service, you can create smart pop-ups and show them to visitors based on a certain scenario. Make a personal offer at the right time, help your client choose a product or service, or capture subscribers to interact with them using SendPulse. Let's talk about how to create a smart pop-up using a template and set up its appearance, elements, and display conditions. You can create a pop-up from scratch or select a pre-made template and edit it. Go to your project in the Pop-ups tab and click Create Pop-up. To create your own pop-up using ready-made elements, click New Pop-up. A pop-up template is a widget with a predefined appearance and target action settings. You can select a template based on its theme, pop-up type, or elements. Once you select a template, the pop-up builder will be opened in the Design tab where you can edit your pop-up and its elements. If you are creating a pop-up from scratch, click plus Add Element and select an element. If you are creating a pop-up using a template, you can customize it. To edit an element, click the pencil icon next to it. You can also start editing an element by clicking it. When you hover over an element or start editing it, it will be highlighted with a green frame. Let's talk more about each element below. Cover. This element displays an image within your pop-up design to enhance user experience or draw attention. If you are creating a pop-up using a template, click Upload Image and select an image from the file manager. To replace your template image, click the pencil icon next to it. To upload an image to the file manager, click Upload Files. Select or drag it and click Upload. Then, close the modal window and select your image. Select an image placement relative to your pop-up left, right, top, or fill the entire pop-up. Entry field. This element requests user data you can save to variables. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. You can save values of all data types: string, number, phone, or email. In the placeholder text field, enter your text. You can also automatically pre-fill pop-up fields, set up double opt-in subscription confirmation, add field names, and make fields required. Messaging app. This element redirects a user to a social media platform of your choice. You can add up to 10 social media icons to one pop-up. If you have a chatbot, you can link it to your pop-up to grow your chatbot audience and launch flows. Select a social media icon and type in your button text. In the next field, add a link to your social media profile. If you have a WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, or Telegram chatbot, you can link it to your pop-up and select a flow that will run when a user interacts with your chatbot. Text. This element displays text to your website visitors. You can add a message tailored to your pop-up scenario to engage potential clients. Type in and format your text. You can also add links and emoji and personalize your message using variables. Click and select an existing variable. Dropdown. This element allows users to select an item from the list, for example, a product category. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. In the text field, add your text, and in the value field, select the value you want to save to your variable. You can also mark an option as selected by default. To add more options, click plus Add Option. Button. Once clicked, this element saves user-entered data from the form fields to the contact section. It can also save user data to the email section and the CRM system if the corresponding options are configured. Type in your button text and select an action close modal window or open URL. If you have selected the second option, in the next field, enter a link. To change your button color, click the pictogram, select a color using sliders, and click Save. To restore the original pop-up color, go to the Style tab and select the color. Image. This element adds more images to your pop-up. Unlike the cover element, the image element does not fill your pop-up. Click Upload Image and select an image from the file manager. Select the pop-up size smaller or larger. Radio buttons. This element allows users to select an item from the list using a radio button. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. In the text field, add your text, and in the value field, select the value you want to save to your variable. You can also mark an option as selected by default. To add more options, click plus Add Option. Checkbox. This element allows users to select a checkbox, for example, to consent to personal data processing. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. When a user selects your checkbox, its text will be saved to a variable of the string type. You can also add a checkbox name and make it required to prevent users from submitting your form without selecting the checkbox. Multiselect. This element allows users to select options using checkboxes. Unlike the drop-down, radio buttons, and checkbox elements, the Multiselect element allows users to select multiple options instead of just one. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. In the text field, add your text, and in the value field, select the value you want to save to your variable. To add more options, click plus Add Option. NPS Survey. This is an element with a rating scale where users can provide their feedback. In the variable field, select or create a variable to which you want to save values. Depending on your selected rating options, values will be saved as numbers or words. Select how to display your rating options as stars, emoji, hearts, like /dislike, or numerical values. You can also add the comment input field and select its size. Pop-up flow. This element launches another pop-up and is used to create flows. Select the pop-up you want to launch and add text to the button that launches it. To add more pop-up launch buttons, add another element. You can also select your button color. EDU. This element displays a course payment form. If you add this element to your pop-up, student contact data fields and a button with your payment page link will appear. Select your course and a payment method. You can also allow students to apply promo codes. To do this, turn on the Ask for a promo code toggle and configure your checkbox display conditions. Select the pipeline and deal stage to which you want to save paying students deals. By default, your pop-up name is used as the deal name. To go back to the list of elements, click the Elements icon on the upper panel. To delete an element in the Elements tab, click the trash can icon next to it. To rearrange your fields or elements, hover over the icon on the left and drag and drop it to the required place. You can move all elements except for the cover element. You can also create a pop-up of the video or launcher type. Select these widget types during the first steps of creating a pop-up or in the Style tab, and customize them in the Elements tab. Video. This pop-up plays a video in your selected format. Type in a YouTube video link and select the placement horizontal or vertical. Select a video playback scenario, autoplay. Your video will start playing after any user action on your page. Click to play. Once your page is loaded, users will see your video preview. The video will start playing when users click your pop-up. Mobile device users need to click your video pop-up to play it. Select the placement relative to the edge of the screen. Select a target action. Without action, your pop-up will display only the video. Call to action. Aside from the video, your pop-up will also have a call to action button. Enter your button text and select an action. Close the pop-up or open the URL. If you have selected the second option, add a URL. Launcher. This is a small static icon pinned to the selected corner of the page. When users click it, a certain action is triggered, for example, another pop-up opening or user redirection to the specified site page. Select a target action, open a pop-up, or open a link. To customize your pop-up style, you can select a background color, set the rounding, add an outline, change the icon color, and select its type. You can select an icon when choosing a pop-up template or upload your own. To upload your own, click the pencil icon and select an image from the file manager. To customize your pop-up, click the first tab icon Style. In this tab, you can set your pop-up type and style and add entrance and exit animation. You can select the following pop-up types based on your widget's appearance. Floating. A floating window placed on the left or right of the browser window when a user scrolls the page. Users do not need to close it to interact with your site page content. Modal window. Block located in the center of the page. All the other site page content is darkened and not clickable. Users need to close the modal window to interact with your site page content. Overlay. A block that covers the entire site page. Users need to close the pop-up window to interact with your site page content. Horizontal. Horizontal window that can be placed at the top or bottom of the page. Users do not need to close it to interact with your site page content. Video. A window that plays YouTube videos. Launcher. A small static icon pinned to the selected corner of the page. When users click it, a certain action is triggered, opening another pop-up or opening a link. You can also add entrance and exit animation. Entrance animation. Pop-up appears with the selected effect when display conditions are met. Exit animation. Pop-up closes with the selected effect when a user clicks the button or the cross icon to close it. Under your animation type, select the side from which it will appear. you can select the following animation effects: back, bouncing, fading, rotating, light speed, flipping, zoom, and sliding. To see what an effect looks like, select it. To replay an effect, click the arrow icon. As you edit your pop-up, you can instantly preview how it will look on your website in real time. To view its mobile version, click the corresponding icon on the right. Once you've finished customizing your pop-up design, click Next. In the Display Conditions tab, you can set your widget to appear when a user clicks the launcher or once visitor behavior tracking conditions are met. To display a pop-up upon clicking the launcher, turn on the toggle and select an existing pop-up of the launcher type. To display a pop-up based on a visitor behavior tracking condition, select the event you want to track and the condition operator and enter the tracked value. You can also select multiple conditions and link them to operators. For example, you can display your widget only when users perform a certain action, like scrolling to a certain part of the page or spending more than 40 seconds on your website. In the Data Saving tab, you can select where to save subscriber data. Turn on a toggle and select an option. Save to a mailing list. Saves data to your selected mailing list in the iMail section. A variable name will be retrieved from a placeholder or element, and a value will be retrieved from a filled field or a pop-up element a user selected. Select a mailing list where you want to save contacts. Create a deal in CRM. Saves data as a deal in contact to your CRM system. You can select a pipeline, enter a deal name, and select a deal stage. When contact data points are saved to your CRM system, new contact fields will be created. By default, your project name is generated using the date and time when it was created. To rename your project, click the corresponding icon, enter your text, and press Enter. Once you set up all the necessary conditions, click Save and Publish or Save and Close. All of your pop-ups are displayed in the pop-up section as separate tabs. Once you create your pop-up, you will be able to view it, track its statistics, and edit it. However, you will not be able to change its pop-up type.